vanilla chocolate chip cookies again, but I did look up my other recipes. I'm not going to make that one. I put a big no on it. I will not make it. The one we're going to have is I'm going to call it by the same name, but we're going to be using vanilla chips. Now, first I want to explain what happened with the other one so you have a better understanding. What happened is somebody used lace cookies and added the chocolate chip and the nuts into them, and it didn't work. Now I've got a cookie recipe here called Delicate Lace Cookies. Now I'm going to show you what lace cookies look like. You can actually, it looks like lace, holes all through them. But here's the picture right here. Those are called lace cookies. You see there's nothing to them. They're very, very thin. That's what we're not going to be doing. Okay, now you are going to need in a bowl, and chocolate chip does take oat cereal. So you need old-fashioned rolled oats. You need 1.5 cups. And you need 1 cup of semi-sweet vanilla chips. That's what I'm doing right here, okay? So that's what we're doing. And we're going to put this to the side. Now you're going to have to move your shelf up to the upper thirds. It doesn't have to be at the very top, but it has to be somewhere in the upper thirds. I just have to move my shelf up 1. And I'm in the upper thirds. The reason you're up to the upper thirds is because the cookies are very delicate and they will burn very, very fast. That's why you take it up. So your shelf should be in the middle. You take it up 1, and that moves you into the upper third of the oven right away. Now, how cookies came about was women didn't know the oven was hot enough. So she would put a little bit of dough on, I guess, a sheet, anything that went into the oven, and she would watch it. If it cooked by a certain time, they knew the oven was hot enough for the cake that she was making. So it was actually a little bit of the cake batter she put there. And from there, somebody got the idea, well, we could add nuts. We could add sugar, we could add this, we could add that, and the next thing we know is we've got a whole bunch of cookies, as you know. So, let's see. Now, this, you'll see the difference because when we made those other ones, there was no old-fashioned rolled oats, which holds these together because we're going to be using a whole 2 sticks, or better known as 1 cup of butter softened. So it does take a lot of butter. But the thing that binds it and holds it from becoming a lace cookie is literally the oats. And that's what they took out of that recipe. So I got another recipe. I went through all my cookbooks to make sure I found what I was looking for, so we could sit there and do it. You need soft butter to do this. Mine's been sitting out all day. So we will be correcting this recipe. And we've got some other stuff we have to put together, but we're just getting some stuff together right now. Butter brown. All right, for brown sugar, we're going to use light brown, and we need 1/2 cup. Because it is light brown, do remember that you have to pack it. And we're going to put it, let's see, does this, yeah, this goes with the butter in our bowl. Let me turn you down so you can see what I'm doing, okay? I just brought a whole cup of butter here. And we need 1/3, 1/4. We need 1/2 cup of light brown. So I was checking all my recipes out to find out why. Because I said it shouldn't have worked. So that's what she did. She took out the binder and made lace cookies and then tried to put chocolate chips and nuts into them, and it doesn't work. Lace cookies are so sensitive. You serve them with ice cream, and if you want them to have a curl to them, you drape them over a rolling pin while they're cooling, and that'll give them their shape, okay? So that's how you do that. About 1/2 cup of that. And what else do you want me to put in this? Granulated sugar? All right, we need 1 cup of granulated sugar. Dustin, sorry to hear that you're sick. Hi, JD. God's child, good afternoon. What are you making today? Giving you a little like. Okay. At FB. Happy birthday, Jack Meetoff. Okay, I think I said that right. Meetoff. We're making cookies. All right, so we got 1 cup of that. All right, we have to put this aside for now. All right, what am I putting in here? The flour. Okay, you need a 1/2 cup of no. You need a whole cup of all-purpose flour. Now you can see how the ratios are very close to the other. But she took one thing out which caused those to become nice cookies. We're going to add a 1/2 cup of whole wheat. So we got 1 cup here of all-purpose, and we'll add this half wheat to it. There we got it. All right, now what else do you want me to do? All right, okay, we have baking soda. Hold on, we need a teaspoon of baking soda. You can see how the recipe is almost the same. I hope you can. You can see how it didn't work the way she thought it would. She did that on a couple of her recipes I wasn't happy with. FBI, I did. Random. Hi. Navy. All right, that's 1 teaspoon baking soda. And what else do you want me to put in this? Cinnamon, we're going to need 1 teaspoon with the flour. I have like 5 or 6 different chocolate chips, but I was trying that new recipe. It was a flop. That's why I let you see sometimes when things don't work out, because you think it's always perfect in the kitchen. No, it's not. It's not always that way. Hi, Mark. Mark, I mean. Adam. Oh, you're 9 years old. Very good. We're making cookies today. Okay. Just mix it up. So you can see from that last one that got messed up, as we put this one together, you can see what she took out of that recipe and ruined it. Okay, Big. Hi, Chris. Charles. Adam. Well, if I'm like your grandmother, then that means she did a lot of baking at the same time and learning when she was a little girl, like I had to learn. Okay, we're back to the butters and the sugar. Sugars, I mean. We're going to cream these till light and fluffy. This is going to take a bit. So we're going to be at this for a while. Hi, Charles. Vicky. Yeah. So we're going to make these vanilla chip cookies, and that's going to be the title of this. But you can see we're using the same amount of butter, the same amount of sugars, but the difference is with the chips, we've got all that old-fashioned oatmeal cereal that we put in there. That'll hold these things together. This is going to take a while. Yeah, it's been out since 4 o'clock this morning. You would think it would be nice and mushy by now. You're also going to need to grease 2 baking sheets We're also going to set this in the refrigerator when we're done doing this batter for 1 hour, and then we'll bring it back out and we'll be cooking. So there'll be a part 2 on this. Once I cut it off, just wait 1 hour and I'll be back and we will be taking care of this and start the cookies. But they want them chilled, so that's what we're going to do. Now, if you don't have a mixer, you can do this by hand. Okay, Adam. You're probably going to say, what are you watching? I got the egg, we got the vanilla over here we'll have to do. I found a brownie recipe. I thought about making butterscotch brownies. I mean, it comes through my head. This is what happens. Like when I'm crocheting, I'll think of something, or I could be here and all of a sudden a pattern will come through my head and I say, oh, I gotta make this. But I might write down the pattern and put it there for people who are at a certain level be able to get to the patterns that I create and make. I don't know if they'll be crochet, knitted, or needle lace or whatever. We'll just, whatever moves me, I guess, is what I could say. This is a hand mixer. This is a hand mixer. We had hand mixers and I have a stand-up mixer, but I don't want to move everything, so I said, okay. You can see it's coming together. Working on it. I'm actually having to fight the bowl now. This is why you have stand-up mixers. Okay, let's get this off so I can maneuver better with this. If it was summer, it'd already be creamed, but it's getting very close to it. When you cream it, what you're doing is you're mixing the butter and the sugar, but at the same time, you're building air into them to rise. Okay, we can do this different. You're already mixed up where I want you to be. That's creamed, believe it or not. If it was warmer, it'd look more creamed, but it is creamed. All right, we're going to put an egg and vanilla in here. You need 1 whole egg. All right, how much vanilla am I going to put in here? A teaspoon? Okay. I don't think I need anything else, do I? I don't think so. Oh, yeah. halves. The egg is a binder as well. So whatever air is there is also going in the butter, and the sugar, the egg is going to seal it up as well. So this is why we do it this way. Thank you, Boo. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means, Adam, whatever you said. I don't. Okay, so now we're going to slowly beat in the flour mixture. Usually when they say that, unless they give you a specific, they're usually talking a half a cup at a time. All right? So that's what we're going to be doing. And they want this on low. Because if you do it high, and all at once, you're going to have flour all over the place. Because remember, women used to do this mixing all by hand at one time. Okay, that's a fourth. Let me get another one. Now, by adding the little bit of whole wheat to it, we'll make sure that we get our B vitamins with this as well. This is how you pick up and can use whole wheat. Okay, this is not cooking too well. And when you use eggs in baking, always use large eggs unless they specifically mention a different size, because these recipes were set with large eggs. And eggs, if you put extra large, you'll have too much egg in it and the mixture will be thrown off. Whereas if you sit there and use smaller eggs, you won't have enough. You see, so you have to be careful about these things. As you can see, this is not easy. This is getting a little hard. But I can see why they want the rest of it done the way they're going to do it. All right. Flour. No, that's not going to come out. You can see that these are bound much better than the other ones. When we put the chips in with the oats, old-fashioned oats, it will be just fine. And they should hold quite well. I know, you say you eat better. Mm-hmm. I don't think I want to use this. Does this really want me to use this? We'll fold in. Well, this will be folding in. Get this in the middle. What we're going to do next is you're going to take all these oats, which was exactly 1.5 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats and 1 cup of semi-sweet vanilla chips. Now, if you want to make this chocolate, just change the chips to chocolate and you have it. I think it'd be better using my hand. You know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do it your way. Do it my way. So now that you know what's different from a lace into solid, you'll understand this. Okay, we got to get this on the bottom in here. Make sure you get the bottoms up and get them mixed in. They're actually sitting on the bottom. They don't want to mix in. There, we're getting it now. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you can either put a plate over this or saran wrap, and we're going to be putting this into the refrigerator for exactly 1 hour. That'll give the butter time to get chilled so we cook them, and the egg as well. Firm this up. You can use saran wrap. That's known as plastic wrap if you wish to use that instead. But it's got to chill for 1 hour, so let me get my saran wrap, lay over it, and get it in the refrigerator. God. Well, thank God tomorrow's Sunday. Okay, now I will be back at 3:30 and we will start cooking these. So, no, it's not oatmeal, Nick. It's actually white chip chocolate cookies. That's what we're making, actually. Vanilla chip cookies. All right, Mark, Adam, everybody, listen, I'll see you. No, Paul, I rub my hands all over the floor. What do you think? I'm that stupid? Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could do that. But I didn't. Okay? So I'll see you all at 3:30 and we'll be making part 2 and cookies. Okay? Bye-bye.